Okie dokie. Okay, this video here, what we have is another video for another Japanese learner. Maf1001. Okay, this is the last comment I received over on the other Japanese video I made for someone else. So you asked about the conditionals. We have to, tara, nara, and ba. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what those conditionals are about. Now, those of you who don't know what conditionals are, they're pretty much like if. You use if. All of these to, tara, nara, ba mean all of these mean if. Okay, so how do we use these in Japanese? All right. So as here, I don't. Oh yeah, you can. So to, tara, nara, ba, and kereba. You didn't list kereba there, so this is very important to know as well. So to, okay, you use to for when they mainly when Japanese use to, they will use it after like des. What's another? Yeah, desto, dato, and then sometimes they will add the moshi at the beginning. So you have moshi, blah 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 blah, desto. These two go together. Desto. I don't really use it that much. I use other ones, but you need to know about this. So moshi, blah blah blah, to. So this example here, we have moshi sanji made go taizai desu to tsui karyokin ga kakate shimau desu kedo. Moshi sanji made go taizai desu to tsui karyokin ga kakate shimau desu kedo. So this was I think this was from yeah, this is from a dialogue from one of my Japanese books I got. I guess you could say shadowing. I was shadowing it, and I remember this was from one of those dialogues. So what does it mean, moshi sanji? So first of all, it means if your stay will be up until 3 o'clock, it will be an extra charge. It will be an extra charge if you will stay up until 3 o'clock. So this was probably taking place in a hotel. Moshi sanji made go taizai desu to tsui karyokin ga kakate shimau desu kedo. So moshi again, you have moshi going together with to, which means if, and you have sanji. Sanji is 3 o'clock. Sanji made is up until. So sanji made go taizai. Taizai means stay, your stay. And the go here just makes it formal. Go taizai. So go taizai desu to. So if your stay will be up until 3 o'clock, tsui karyokin. Tsui karyokin means it means extra charge. Sorry. Tsui karyokin ga kakate. So this kaka is from kakaru, which means to take. So it's going to take like an extra charge or something like that. Ga kakate shimau desu kedo. Now the reason why it's te is because they use shimau. Okay, te-shimau. You have te-shimau. Okay, you have te-shimau. And when you use te-shimau, it has actually it has several. Let's see. First meaning of te-shimau is something that happens you feel embarrassed about. Maybe you say, "Oh, I forgot my keys, and I forgot about them." If I say, "Oh, watashi wa kyou shugurai ga nakute shimaimashita," or nakute shimau, today I don't have my homework, and I feel sad, I feel embarrassed about it. So te shimau, when you add that after the whatever verb you're using, you feel embarrassed for it. You feel embarrassed about it. So kakate shimau. So kakate shimau here, maybe this guy in the hotel, he felt embarrassed to have to tell this guest that he would have to pay extra if his stay will be up until 3 o'clock. He felt embarrassed about it. And this is like, I would consider this something like a polite way. Japanese are very polite when they have to do certain things. So in this case, he had to tell the guest that it will be an extra charge if he stays up until 3 o'clock. So kakate. So kakaru is from that to take, and then you turn it to the te form, just kakate, and then add shimau. So kakate shiman desu kedo. So te-shimau desu kedo. And the kedo there, kedo means but like it's hard to explain as kedo. Like they, I don't know. I guess it softens the sentence, but it's like they feel bad. They feel like I don't know. They feel bad about that. Like in this case, he feels bad having to make this guest pay more. And he said kedo da 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 da. So if anybody who has a better explanation about this, post it in the comment area or make a video response, because it's kind of hard for me to explain this kiddo. I understand it in the context, but it's hard for me to it's hard for me to explain it. So okay, so the next one we have tada. So tada. Now tada, you use this when you see tada has two meanings. It can mean when or if. Okay, and when you use this, you have to make sure you put the it's basically the plain past, and you just add ra, like ita. When you say ita, that means I went. When you add ra on it, you say itara, that means if I go or when I go. Okay, so here, this example, Nihon ni itara, kitto iroiro na Nihonjin ni aimasu. Nihon ni itara, kitto iroiro na Nihonjin ni aimasu. So, excuse me. So Nihon ni itara, so if I go to Japan, or when I go to Japan. So if I go to Japan, kitto is for sure, kitto iroiro na Nihonjin, for sure various Japanese ni aimasu will meet. So if you go to Japan, if I go to Japan, I will certainly or for sure meet various Japanese people. So tada, itara. Okay. Do they have any other examples with tada? No, that's it. Okay, nara, moving on to nara. Nara is like, let's see, nara, they use it after nouns, and yeah, they use it mainly after nouns. And I think there's some other situations they would use it as well. But let me show you these examples. Oh, this here is funny. This is from, I don't know if you guys are familiar with video games, but it's Soul Calibur. I remember this, my favorite character, Maxie, on there. He used to say this after he wins. He would say, "Shinitaku ne nara koko made da. Shinitaku ne nara koko made da." So it's like if you don't want to die, then let this be the end. This will be it. Like this, let's end it here. Koko made da. This is it. Shinitaku ne nara koko made da. So nara, as you can see, is if. And the ne is like, I think it's slang. It's the slang way of nine. You see that? So ne nara. So if you do that, you have to use nara here. I thought that was interesting. So shinitaku ne nara koko made da. This one, this is the same sentence, but I'm going to show you when you use it the standard way. Shinitaku na kereba koko made da. Shinitaku na kereba koko made da. So it's like I said, the ne is a slang for nine. But when you use nine, you can't say shinitaku nine nara. I don't think you can say that. If I'm wrong, if you guys are native speakers or you speak Japanese, let me know. I don't think you can say shinitaku nine nara. You use kereba. Kereba here is the other conditional form, and you use kereba for all any words ending with an e. Omoshiroi ends with the e. Omoshiroi. If you want to say if it's interesting, then you would say omoshiro kereba. Drop off the e and add the kereba. So here nai, which is the casual way of saying arimasen, it ends with the e. So what happened was they dropped it off and add kereba. So na kereba. Shinitaku na kereba koko made da. Okay? Alright, moving on. Nara. Okay, example using nara. So here we have a noun, we use nara after that noun. So, kare wa Amerikajin nara eigo wa jouzu kamoshirenai. Kare wa Amerikajin nara eigo wa jouzu kamoshirenai. Maybe it would be better to use ga. Eigo ga jouzu kamoshirenai. So as you can see, Amerikajin is so if he's an American, then his English may be skillful. So nara there. So I like to use nara after nouns. Okay, so 彼はアメリカ人なら英語がはが上手かもしれない. Now, I use a different one. I don't use nara that much. I use it like once in a while, but I use dattara. And dattara, I didn't write it up here. Dattara, this here, dattara, that's the same as nara. It's like if it is, pretty much. Dattara, dattara. So, America jin dattara. So, if he's American, dattara. 彼はアメリカ人だったら英語は上手かもしれない. Okay, だったら. Alright. So I guess, I hope that's understandable. So nara and dattara, they're the same. Okay, I use this one more than nara though. Alright, the next one, what do we have? Ba. Okay, eba, the ba. So, 旅行すればたくさんたくさんの言語を使うことができます。旅行すればたくさんの言語を使うことができます。So, if you travel, this is if you travel, you will be able to use a lot of languages. So, 旅行, that means to travel. Well, when you say 旅行 by itself, that's the noun. It's like travel, like the travel in general, like the travel. But when you want to turn it into a verb, you have to add the suru. So, 旅行する. Now, what happens with the ba, you basically want the you got to look at the dictionary form, infinitive, plain form, whatever you want to call it, and you want that verb to sound like eba. All the words you want to sound like eba. So here we have suru. Suru is the dictionary form of to do. So we want to change suru to if using ba. So we have to make it sound like eba. So what do? We have to take suru and turn the le into a turn the ru into a le, and then add ba. Su le ba. You do the same thing with all other verbs. You want to make that verb, that plain form, sound like eba. So if you have, for example, if you have iku, then it will become ikeba. You turn a ku into a ke because we need the word to sound like eba. So iku becomes ikeba if I go. Suru suleba if I do it or if I play. Taberu to eat. Tabeleba if I eat. So it's simple as that. That's all you do. So after you turn that le or make that e sound, then add ba and you get if. So ryoko suriba. So if travel, takusan no gengo wo tsukau koto ga dekimasu. We'll be able to use a lot of languages. Okay. So takusan, this is a lot. So whenever you specify, when you say a lot of something, you have to add a no. Make sure you add no. Takusan no gengo wo tsukau. Tsukau is to use, dictionary form. So, tsukau koto ga dekimasu. Koto ga dekimasu means to be able to do. Okay, so here, tsukau koto ga dekimasu, to be able to use. You will be able to use. Okay? Alright, next one. This is another one using ba. Nihon ni ikeba, doko ni sumu desho? Nihon ni ikeba, doko ni sumu desho? So, if you go to Japan, I wonder where you will live. I wonder where you live. So, again, we have ba, we use ikeba, from the verb iku, So as I said before, you turn this ku into a ke. You get keba. So ikeba if you go. So nihon ni ikeba doko. Okay, this is the kanji for where. Now before someone comments, I need to let you guys know, I think I've told you before, but doko is not very common in Japanese as far as written language. They don't write that as much, but like I said, I love kanji, so why not? Okay, but this is classical Chinese. In China, I believe they say hechu. Classical Chinese is like what place, or is described like where, like doko. So that's why I like to use these kanjis in Japanese. So, doko ni sumu desho. So, doko ni. So, where will you live? I wonder where. Sumu is to live. Okay? Sumu is to live. Plain form, dictionary. Sumu. And desho. Now, desho, when you put it at the end like that, it can mean probably, perhaps, or I wonder. Okay? So, I wonder. It only makes sense to translate that into I wonder because of the context. Okay? So that's pretty much it there, and let me know if you guys want me to add the like the vocabulary, I can add the annotations and add the romaji, whatever you want me to do. Just if you want me to do that, just comment in the comment in the comment area, and I will do that for you. So I hope this was understandable for Maf1001. Okay. So if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. That will conclude this video, and thanks for viewing.